Hey guys, AB with you here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you an update on my weight cut journey. So let's get started. So it's been 7 weeks since I started this weight cut journey, and if you're new here, 7 weeks ago I decided that I would go on a 12-week weight cut, showing you guys how easy it is to lose weight by doing one simple thing, and that is tracking your calories. It really is the only way to make sure that you are going to get to your goal if you have a specific goal to lose weight. So with that said, I'm going to give you an update on my numbers, and then I'm going to go through how I'm doing this each week. So when I started, I weighed in at 176 pounds with a body fat percentage of 20.8. At the end of week 7, I weighed in at 163.8 pounds with 18.2% body fat. So when you do those numbers, it's a total weight loss of 12.2 pounds, which in kilos is 5.5 kilos. I've lost 6.8 pounds of fat mass, or 3.1 kilos of fat, and I've lost 5.4 pounds of other weight, which is water weight, food weight, muscle weight. It's kind of all the extra weight that you lose along the way, and that's 2.4 kilos of the other weight. So my goal when I started was to get to 165 pounds at 16% body fat. I've already achieved the pounds, like the actual weight portion of it. That was just a simple estimation on my part from the start that I would get to that. But I realize now that I can lose much more. So I'm probably at the end of this 12 weeks, my new goal is going to be 155 pounds at 16% body fat. That's going to be using the numbers and the data that I have now. If I keep at the same rate, that's where I'm going to end up. So it's less than I thought that I would end up, and this all was an experiment to see what would happen if I was consistent with my calories each day. Kind of excited to get all the way back down to that weight. That was the weight that I weighed in at when 8 years ago when I lost 80 pounds. If you haven't seen that video on how I lost 80 pounds, I'm sure I can put a card up the top, or you can find the links in the description below to see how I lost 80 pounds, which started this whole thing and why I'm here on YouTube talking to you. And so how I do this each day, if you haven't been following me, is I've been tracking my calories with an app called Lifesum. So Lifesum is just a calorie tracking app. Every day I make my meals and then I put the food directly into the app, and I use the app's formula to track my macros. Then, if you've been following me along this journey, an advanced part of weight loss is when you hit a plateau and you are consistent for a whole week eating at the same amount of calories. The following week, what I'll do is I'll drop my calories by 100 total each day. So when I started at about 1800 calories, hit a plateau, went down to 1700, then down to 1600, then 1500, and now I'm sitting at about 1400 calories each day. My macronutrient split is 60% carbs, 20% fat, and 20% protein. And I also follow a plant-based diet. So it wasn't like at the start I changed diets. I was plant-based before I started, and this has all been weight loss with a high carb diet, or a higher carb diet. So a couple of things that I'm like knocking myths out of the park with this whole journey is that of course you can lose weight with a high carb diet. There's nothing, it's kind of a myth that you need to have a low carb diet to lose weight. It really is all about calories in, calories out, and understanding the math behind how that works. Your body naturally burns a certain amount of calories per day, so if you just put in that exact amount or less than your body burns, you're going to gradually lose weight. The other thing is that I haven't been working out. So I've mentioned in a few videos that I don't like working out when I'm doing a weight cut. The reason is because I don't want to put my body under stress. The more you work out and the more you elevate your heart rate, the more energy that you burn, which means that the more fuel your body needs. So it actually means I have to eat more food to make myself have enough energy. And what happens when you work out and use your muscles vigorously is that water, salt, and carbs are going to come in and out of your muscles. So when you work out, you're going to burn the glycogen up in your muscles, but then your body's going to be telling you to eat. You're going to be hungry, and you're going to have low energy, so you're going to want to eat more food. And as soon as you eat that food, your muscles will then uptake the water, the salt, and the carbohydrates, and so it's going to upset the weight each day. It's not going to be consistent. So Once this, I did say that I would start working out, but I'm actually not. I'm gonna go through this whole 12-week cut without working out. I'm gonna keep at my calories in, calories out strategy. And in the morning, I just do like a basic warm-up, getting my heart rate going, and I do basic stretching. That's all that I do. The other thing is that I weigh myself each day with a body fat scale. Now, it's very important not just to weigh yourself on a regular scale, because you can't tell how much fat you're losing. Because if you jump on the scale and it says 170 pounds, and you jump on it tomorrow and it says 170 pounds, you don't know if you lost fat or not. You may have lost fat and you may have increased your muscle mass, and so you may have stayed the same weight. So why people get so disheartened on their weight loss journeys is because they don't realize that their body's actually maybe burning fat, but their weight is staying the same. So it's very important to get a body fat scale. The one I use is the Ascali scale. It's just right here. This is the Ascali scale. So I'm not sponsored by them, it's not anything like that, but you can grab it on Amazon. I'll leave a link for that in the description box below. It's the most accurate that I've found. I have tested a bunch of different body fat scales, and it's the most affordable. So it's like 40 bucks or something you can grab it for. Generally they're on sale. And so why I weigh myself each day to check the body fat is so that I can compare it to the calories that I ate on the app. Because if, let's say, one day I gain weight. So last week, what happened that week is my weight was up and down all week, and it wasn't really like plateau-ish. It was more like jagged up and down. And what you can tell is that on some days I ate more calories than I needed, and that the next day was a direct replication of how much weight that I gained. So that's why I weigh my weight each day. I don't really care if it goes up or down. I really care about each week to week, but you can tell by tracking your weight and your body fat each day why your body weight went up. That's the most important thing, because if you know why it went up, then you can say, okay, cool, I ate an extra piece of something last week or something yesterday and I had more calories than I needed. That's why I went up. So you're not a terrible person and your life isn't over and everything's gonna be fine. You can just wait a few days and it'll eventually burn itself off. The other thing that I'm doing, as I mentioned before, is a plant-based diet. Now, it doesn't really matter which diet you do when it comes to lose weight. So weight loss and being healthy are two different things. So when it comes to weight loss, it really is calories in, calories out. But being healthy is a totally different thing. Being healthy has no relation to calories in, calories out. So when it comes to the plant-based stuff, I'm going to be talking about why I went plant-based and why I'm doing it for the health side of being plant-based. But of course, like I said, you can be plant-based and still lose weight. Totally can do that. So I know a lot of you guys have been asking what I eat in a day. If you're following us on Instagram, every day we're trying to snap the food that we eat, and of course we're going to work on making content that is revolved around what we eat in a day content, which will be coming soon. And if you guys haven't seen the giant video, there's a lot of changes coming on the channel. All the meal preps in the future will be plant-based. And we started a Patreon so you guys can follow our journey and support the channel, because moving forward we're going to do a whole lot of new things, and yeah, we're giving you guys an opportunity to support us to create plant-based content and content around healthy living and healthy lifestyle. So I'm going to leave links to that below as well. So before I go, I know a lot of you downloaded the Lifesum app and have been doing this journey with me. So if you have been, make sure to leave me a comment below so you can tell me how it's going. If you haven't been, don't worry, make sure to give me a thumbs up, let me know I'm doing good on my weight cut, and comment down below anything you want me to cover in the next video. And until then, namaste.